Hey guys, it's DT Physique, and today I'm going over a video topic that's very common amongst people, and that is why your diets are failing and why you haven't had success in your diets in the past. Now, I recently signed a couple new clients to my fitness program that I was offering to them for free in exchange for promotional content later. But there's going to be more to speak on that. And I recently just talked to one of them about this issue, why diets fail in the past. They asked me, DT, uh, I've had diets in the past, and I've thought I was pretty good with them. I was going with them for about a month and a half and 2 months, and nothing was happening. Well, I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why they're in the position of failing the diet and why you might be in the position of failing the diet. Now, the number one thing that I want to get in this video through your head, your diet is failing because you're not in a calorie deficit. If you're in a calorie deficit, you are going to lose weight. You don't have to worry about macros, unless, of course, we're getting into a very specific group of people in bodybuilding. If you're not losing weight, then you're not in a calorie deficit. Now, when talking about a deficit, I mean that you're going to use more energy than you take in. This makes your body rely on your fat stores and your stores of carbohydrates. This allows your body to lose weight because you are burning off the fat. Now, that being said, one of the reasons that people don't lose the weight is because they will go to the gym, they will run at a treadmill for 30 minutes. They'll be like, I burned 500 calories. Woo! You did not burn 500 calories. For one, those machines are way off. You probably burned around, I'd say, 200 calories, so to say. Now, even if you did burn 500 calories, you now go home and eat food with a bunch of calories, and I'm going to say that they're high in density, high dense calorie foods. And now you've eaten 1,000 calories worth of that. You are now in a 500 calorie surplus. And this is something that people completely overlook because they go to the gym and they assume going to the gym is enough to lose weight. No, your diet needs to be on point. Not only does your diet need to be on point, you need to put yourself in the position where you're eating foods with lower calories. Now, what did I do personally? I went from eating taquitos. Taquitos had 200 calories per stick, and the stick was this big. This big. Now, we're talking a pretty good size of taquitos here, aren't we? Now, 200 calories per little taquito. I would eat around 8 of those. I went from eating that to eating fruit and eating yogurt. Low fat yogurt, because fat has less calories than carbs. But fat has more calories. Oh my god. Fat has more calories than carbs. Don't listen to me, okay? I ate protein yogurt with low fat because fat has a higher amount of calories than carbohydrates. Now, I'm not going to get into specifics of that, but you need to start supplementing these things. So if I go home and I eat a whole thing of pasta, so to say, and earlier in the day, I already ate another thing of pasta. I'm now in a calorie surplus, even though I went to the gym and burned 500 calories. I'm in a 500 calorie surplus. This means that you're not in a deficit. Now, I don't mean a deficit by every day. You can still cheat on your diet. I've said this so many times to my clients. My clients automatically assume that a diet is strict and you need to stick on it. The thing is, if you stick on a diet like that, then you're going to end up failing that diet because you're not going to have the willpower to keep going. Again, I've said this in another video. Willpower is all genetics. It's either something you're born with or not born with, and that's fine. You can have the willpower to go and hardcore diet for 6 months and just be absolutely crazy, but that's not sustainable for life. 6 months is not sustainable for life at all. You're going to end up gaining the weight back almost immediately. And it's one of those things where people don't realize that diets are supposed to not be diets. They're supposed to be something that you do for your entire life. Now, do you need to completely diet for your whole life and just worry about calories and constantly tracking it. No, you can obviously take a break, but it's one of those things where if you want to make serious lifestyle changes, then you need to be in a calorie deficit. Number 2, you are getting no exercise. Now, you can lose weight without exercise. Is it sustainable? Not at all. Is it healthy? No. We're talking about cutting your calories down so much that you're just effectively losing weight without doing any exercise whatsoever. Now, people don't realize, by me sitting here and me twiddling my thumbs, I am burning calories. We burn calories just by literally sitting. That's your resting metabolic rate. That is the rate at which you burn calories by literally just sitting on your ass. Now, in order to lose weight, you need to consider that your BMR is burning enough calories for you to be in a calorie deficit. This is why exercise is important. Now, I'm not asking you to run a marathon. I'm literally asking you just walk 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes. That's all you need. If you're starting off, just walk for 10 minutes. If you can't walk for 10 minutes, walk for 5. If you can't walk for 5 minutes, walk for 2. If you can't walk for 2, stand up. Perhaps if you're disabled watching this, then move your arms around. I don't know. Now, that being said, most people that are watching this right now are probably not disabled in a wheelchair. I would greatly recommend that you start moving your ass. You need to get up and actually start moving. If you get up and actually start moving, it can be as simple as stretching. Just get up. Just keep stretching. It is literally as simple as that. Yet people don't put in the exercise in order to lose weight. And then they go to the cupboard, they eat. They end up in a calorie surplus, and now we are not losing weight. Now, this was a very big issue for me because I was 230 pounds sitting on my bed, just eating chips, sitting there, doing nothing with my life. Getting up, coming to a computer. Oh, time to play some Rainbow Six Siege. Now I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege. Now I'm doing nothing. Now I'm not moving. And all of a sudden, boop. Massive. And then I decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to start moving. Now, granted, I did play baseball. But as soon as I stopped playing baseball, which was around COVID times, I noticed that I got big. Big, 230 pounds at 15 big. Now, that's not, a small feat, 230 pounds at that young age. We are talking about some issues here. Now, that being said, everyone works differently with weight. I'm talking about 230 pounds just being straight up fat at 15. Now, granted, when you are 15, you're going through puberty. You literally have enough testosterone to be on TRT. And yet, you're still just sitting there, eating chips, perhaps eating a little too much, and now you're not in a great position. I can obviously relate to this because I've been there. Now, I cannot express how much exercise meant to me. All I did, I didn't even go to the gym for 3 months. I was dieting for 3 months before I went to the gym. I've made this apparent in my other videos. All you need to do is walk for 10 minutes. That's what I did. I started walking my dog. I started walking to the park. I started walking, listening to music, and I was enjoying it. And then after is when I went to the gym, started exercising, started integrating a routine, and it all went fantastic. And then I finally got myself in the shape I am now. And now I can do calisthenics, I can do push-ups, I can do everything, and it's just so great. But you're not watching this video to hear about me. You're watching this video to hear about how you can do the exact same thing I did. And it's honestly all progressive overload. You need to be in a calorie deficit to lose the weight, and you need to still get enough protein to build strength so you can actually move around and actually do your push-ups and actually do everything. Now, if you can't even do one push-up, I couldn't even do half a push-up. I was 230 pounds. I couldn't do half a push-up. Now, I can easily bang out a set of 100. It's just one of those things to me. It makes me feel so great that I can do that now. And I just want to make it apparent to everybody that exercise is a very important part of this. Another reason why your diets fail. You are dieting way too strictly. Now, you all of a sudden decide that it's New Year's. It's New Year's. So, guess what? It's time to make lifestyle changes. You decide to empty your cabinet of all the junk food. That's good. That's good. Get rid of trigger foods immediately out of your house. That is the first thing I always say for diets. Get rid of the trigger foods. If you have a bag of chips that you absolutely love, just don't have it in the house. But if you do have it in the house, try to put a limit on it. Because let's be honest, once you grab that bag, you're going to be like, okay, I'm only going to have 5. And then 2 hours later, bag's done. Now, that being said, you can have these things. But you need to have them in moderation. Instead of eating the bag, literally get a bowl, pour it in, roll up the bag, put it back in the cabinet. I cannot. Now, it sounds easy. It sounds so easy, but then people will go back. And another bowl. And then another bowl. And another bowl. And eventually the bag's gone. They eat the whole bag. Now, eating a whole bag of chips doesn't kill your diet. But you eating the whole bag of chips is a byproduct of dieting too strictly. Now, of course, you can take things in consideration like peanut butter. You are now adding things to your food. We're adding butter, we're adding peanut butter, we're adding olive oil. These things have high calories and people don't realize it. If you're using cooking oil as one of your things to lose weight, I am sorry, you are adding so many extra calories that you should not be adding. Now, that being said, you can use cooking oil. I just don't recommend it on a diet. If you're trying to lose weight, avoid these things. They are super high in calories. If you are trying to bulk, olive oil, nuts, peanut butter, absolutely perfect for you. I saw this video on the internet. I think it was V-Shred. His name was V-Shred. This guy, he had fruit, and this dude was like, okay, low-calorie snacks, guys. He gets a whole thing of peanut butter, smears it on, and eats it. It was 200 calories worth of peanut butter on that. And people are like, oh, I'm in a calorie deficit because I'm eating fruit now. No, you're not in a calorie deficit because you're eating fruit now. It's one of those things where people just, they don't take into consideration these things. And it's not your fault. You're not educated on these things. And it's honestly good that you're doing your research now and at least listening to me now that these things add a bunch of calories. Just pay attention to the food labels and don't over diet. You're dieting way too strictly. Now, am I saying that, oh, you should just be all loose? No. I was all loose. I ate my taquitos. Taquitos were one of the things I had to give up. I had to give up taquitos. Those things were 200 calories per stick. And, oh, they were so good. But, like, I kept them out of the house. It's one of the trigger foods I got rid of. Now do I care about taquitos? No. No, I haven't thought about taquitos in years. But it's one of those things where I had to get rid of the trigger food, and I had to replace it with something else. Instead, I started eating Greek yogurt. Now, that's the thing. You need to find replacements for things. Instead of eating ice cream, instead of eating your Breyers, your little vanilla ice cream there, have vanilla yogurt. Vanilla yogurt, maybe add some berries. I promise you, it takes a while to get used to having the sugar, but I promise you, it's so much better when you keep these things out. Me, I was a big pop drinker. Big pop drinker. Oh my god, I drank so much Pepsi. Do you want to know the number one thing that made me lose weight? Switching to diet. No calories. I could drink as much of that as I wanted, and I wouldn't gain weight. Now, that being said, it spikes insulin, and people bring up these studies, yada, 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 natural sugars, and throw that all out the window. It has no calories. Are you being serious? It has no calories. Switch to diet. If you're on caffeine, they have caffeine-free ones now, too. I have been on a caffeine-free diet now for over a month because I was taking way too much of the pre-workout stuff, and it wasn't working for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go off of it for a month or two. I got caffeine-free Diet Pepsi. Oh my god. It works like a charm. It works like a charm. You have no idea how much Pepsi, regular Pepsi, I drank on a daily basis. Now, mind you, I was having ketos. These things were easily putting me over 2,000 calories. Mind you, my calorie deficit now is 2,000. It was 1,800. Then it was 3,000 when I decided to build some muscle for a little bit. But 2,000 of my calories, 2,000 of my calories just went to pop. And once I changed that, then I started losing weight because I was in a calorie deficit. And people don't realize that it's really that easy. Switching pops to diet pops. Drinking just water. Drink water. Water is good for you. People can't, they drink their little orange juice in the morning. It's giving me vitamin C. Take vitamin C capsules, drink water. That's all I could give you. Now, that being said, you can have your things to enjoy. I know if there's adults watching this video, they drink alcohol. Instead of drinking beer, drink light beer. Has less calories. They're like, but I want to drink and enjoy my weekend. You can drink and enjoy your weekend. Just make sure you're doing it in a calorie deficit. Now, instead of drinking a pop and a beer, drink a diet pop and a beer. It's that simple. You don't have to cut things out. You just have to find replacements for them. Another example is vanilla ice cream, vanilla Greek yogurt. Now, that may not work for everybody, but work ice cream in. Those things you just can't get rid of in your life. You can never get rid of them. Find a supplement for them, or work them into your diet. It is literally that simple. You just need to find out from the food label. First of all, the first thing you can do, and I'm going to make a video on this, is learn how to read a food label. Once you learn how to read a food label, it's cake. And then you need to track it. You can use MyFitnessPal, or you can use Notes. Whatever one you use is up to you. Personally, when I have clients, I tell them to use the MyFitnessPal app, and then I track their calories for them, and then either I get them to send it to me, or I just hold them accountable. So I'll be like, I'll message them at the end of the week or call them at the end of the week. I'll be like, how's the deficit going? How's your energy levels? Stuff like that. That being said, if you're interested in this, DM my Instagram, DTPhysique, and I can give you some free fitness advice. I'm only offering this for a little amount of time, and it's one of those things that's very limited. So I think I have around like 2 or 3 spots left, and it's not completely free. You do have to give me something out of it. It's not money though, so technically I can say it's free. Anyways, that is all for this video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys in the next one.